every time that my life is about to increase, God brings people along my path that are getting results I'm not getting. He doesn't do it to make me feel bad. He does it to inspire me, and they become reference points so I can turn my idea into a belief. If you looked around your life, right, people are reference points are getting results, now. In your experience, run, but and even his focus is all this passion. And Michael yeah, for real. It's a true story. Well, that was pretty funny. Yeah. I had a funeral. I was curious who in the world, which one's in the coffin. Yeah. Park and he's how good do you want to how do you intend on becoming the best? Oh, I got the passion. I want it. Michael goes, that ain't enough. Because what do you mean? He goes, what are you going to do when your passion dissipates because people are talking about you? The people come at you, what are you going to do? He says, how are you going to prepare to become the best? He goes, well, I don't know. I just go out there and play every day and give it my all. He says, that is not enough. He says, if you want to become the best, why don't you come hang around me and watch how I prepare? And he goes, you prepare a lot? He says, you think that guy that gets up there with the glove and the jerry curl, he says, you think that guy just happens? He says from the age of 12 to 24, he worked on the moonwalk for 12 years. He would carry a board with him everywhere he went. All of his brothers, Tito, Janet, Latoya, all the rest of them. When they would go do other things, Michael would always be by himself, developing himself, and he would bring dancers who didn't have the moves that he didn't have and would sharpen him. He says, I learned to develop myself. He says, you can have all the dreams and passions, but if you don't have heroes in your life to show you, to deepen you, to make you more sensitive, to show you how to do things that you're not currently doing, he says you won't know how to activate that. He says, come watch me prepare. And he watched him for over 6 years, and Michael Jackson taught Kobe Bryant how to prepare. That's when Kobe Bryant started shooting 2,000 jump shots every single day, so when everybody else would go home in the summer, Kobe was in the gym. Working and developing. It's interesting, he's 19 years in the league. He's still producing the results that even the 21 and 22-year-olds are not getting, even though they got more talent. He's got the capacity and the training and the endurance because of the heroes he brought into his life to sharpen and shape his game. Those closest to you will determine your success or your failure, huh? I love the proverb, he who walks with wise people becomes wise. He who hangs out with fools becomes a fool. Mr. T used to say, I pity the fool. Someone say, I pity the fool.
I pity the fool.
I pity the fool. So a wise person is what? Somebody that invests in you. Parasites want what's in your hand, but partners want what's in your heart. They want to shape you. They want to take you to a different place. People in my life that I really disclose myself to is only a couple people. But they're not people that just focus on the gifting or the success of Rex. They're more focused on sharpening and people I want to bring in that are getting results that I'm not getting. Because I want to understand, how do they think? What do they decide? What do they say yes to? What do they say no to? When I'm around Mark McDonald, I'm sitting in the back asking him questions upon health. Why? Because he's a master in a certain area, and I want to master that area no matter what age I am. I want to have the body to have longevity of what I'm doing. I'm going to go ask him questions. I'm not just going to be a fan. I want his knowledge because that can shape me to take my life to another level. When I'm around Randy, I just don't want to go, oh my God, it's Randy Schrader. That's a good one, but that don't matter. You're really great. Like, what do you have to say? Come on, I didn't know I was going to speak this afternoon. I'm just having fun with you. Watch. But no, I want to sit there and take notes. Look at my freaking notebook. I'm sitting there because that guy's getting results that I haven't got yet. But I know if that guy knows the quickest way to it, I want to follow what that guy's saying. And even if it doesn't make sense, there's certain I can adopt for my player to get a lot quicker than just guessing on it. Can you feel me on that? Up in here, up in here. So your mind needs a focus, your mind needs a reason. Someone say a reason.
A reason.
Someone say a reason.
A reason.
Your mind needs a hero. Someone say a hero. Hero. Your mind needs an action. Someone say an action. Action. How many of you heard the Bible verses with faith without works is?
Death.
Dead.
Yeah.
For all the people that did not know the Bible verse. I think it's in every motivational book there is possible. Faith without works is dead. Or the proverb says, or Enigma says this, it says, you can have desire and dream, but if you don't have any diligence to it, you keep coming up short and keep coming to poverty. How many of you don't want to cheat yourself? You want to get results right now. Resolutions in your life will only take words, but results are going to take work. So we're going to have action. Yesterday, what you did a long time ago, it's matter. You built a great business. I'll put you. But what are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? And that really means making a decision, because I believe decisions become the form by which potential can take shape. There's people who say, well, I'm going to try some stuff. If you try it, you're better not to do it, because you end up in disappointment. But if you say, I'm going to do it, I must do it, I need this, that's why I say your mind needs a reason. This has to happen for me, and there's a real determination, you're going to see some reality built around it. So let's first start with what? Your health. Someone say your health. Okay, Mark's going to talk more about this in a minute. But Mark has clearly taught us that if I want to see results in my health that are consistent, and you want consistent results, because it would suck to have all your dreams come true, to have all the money in the world, to be so happy because Monami is paying you big old money. Come on, smile, it's going to be you. Hey, somebody's going to make money, it might as well be you. Somebody's going to launch in 2013, it might as well be you. Someone's not going to listen to the presidents or to all the different candidates about what they're going to do for you. Someone's going to take their wealth into their own hands and build a great life. Why not you? Someone's going to have a great sexy marriage. Why not you? Makes you feel real good right now. I'm going to get in front of the mirror. Yeah, that's me, baby. Come on, that's me. Think about it. It would be horrible to have all of this, but not have the health to enjoy it. It would be awful you're slumped down, your physiology, your body's tired. You wake up with aches and pains in your joints, not because of maybe a disease or an accident, but because of the things that you have the power and control over. And let me say this, 87% according to Mayo Clinic right now of diseases out there is a result of negative thinking. Did you catch that? 87% of all diseases out there right now people are suffering with are a result of negative thinking and expectations, actually. Amazing, huh? But if you want to take control of your health, there's certain things you can immediately implement. Eating 3 times a day. Or every 3 hours, not 3 times a day. You almost got hit. See, I was like definition. I saw a gleam. I was going to drop their odds. Come on, you guys are awesome. Give yourself a time. This is fun. Come on, this is life here, up in here. Think about it. Every 3 hours. And that's why Monami developed incredible, how many are pleased and proud of the products we're producing with the RV? That incredible bar, I got another one up there. So you can supplement, so you can sustain throughout the day. It absolutely tastes great. Come on. It's not some bad product out for everybody. But also 10 minutes a day. Everybody can fit in 10 minutes a day of physical exercise and exertion. To where, and if you add lifting weights in, and women most of the time don't want to lift weights. Renita, Brandon, Michelle, or Angela, I know you guys take care of your bodies in great ways, your weights. But you can tell most women here, most women have been taught, if I lift weights, I'm going to get bulky. When in fact, it's usually the quickest way to burn fat. But because of a wrong belief, people don't do the things that they can immediately do to change the way they feel in their body. Just doing 10 minutes a day of physical exercise, you're going to feel much better. You're going to release hormones in your body, not hormones in your body, you're going to release endorphins in your body, your brain, you're going to feel better, have more ease, not so doggone stressed out. That would feel good in your body. If I raise the standard of my body, this is going to be the best year for me, and I'm going to have greatness in my body physically, what would that look like to you? And maybe adopting 2 or 3 things, 2 or 3 different things. Maybe the RVL becomes a way of life for you, as opposed to, I'm going to try it. I hear they're coming out with some new bars and some new shakes. Well, if we're producing this many results with people's lives, because not just people losing weight, but people having better health. People having better health. People having better health. It's a massive industry. I would make that a part. Okay, what about if I really, really wanted results? Really wanted results in business. If I wanted to create more wealth, then I'm not going to try to teach Randy stuff, because I'm learning Randy stuff. But a simple question I always ask myself, if I want to make more money and I want to create more opportunity for my life, I ask myself one consistent question that everybody can ask themselves. Regardless of their background, regardless if you did well in college, you have a degree, whether you flunked out. How is a way that I consistently add more value to the people and the business and the products that I serve? What's a consistent way that I can increase the value that I add to people? And I believe that's the power of wealth. When you ask yourself, how can I increase the value that I bring to my business? How can I increase the value I bring to my customers, my consumers? When I ask that question, I'm looking for a way to improve the experience I give them. You know, what's famous about this is the Ritz-Carlton in the early Depression, when businesses were closing at 5 and 6 early p.m., and they would shut down because of lack of electricity and the money to be able to pay bills. They did something very interesting. They were trying to get their career or their business off the ground. Trying to get their business that became now is the Ritz-Carlton. People pay $600-800 a night to go to the Ritz-Carlton for 12 to 15 hours of staying in a little room. It's amazing. But they did something amazing. They asked themselves a question. Well, everybody else is in scarcity mode. They entered into an abundance mentality and said, how can I add more value and bring more wealth to the people? As a result, they kept most of their electricity off until 5 o'clock. So when everybody else's went off, theirs went on. And in a place where people had gloom and sadness and they were in cold, they turned on all the lights and made it look like their place was full, even when it was 85 to 90% empty. They hired someone to come in and play the piano. And they made it seem like it was a party. You want to tell you something? People everywhere around Boston all wanted to go to the Ritz-Carlton. Whether they had the money or not, they were welcomed in. They set out a couple little hors d'oeuvres because they added more value and brought you an experience that you constantly and consistently wanted to invite and bring people around and put yourself around. If you ask that in your own business right now, how can I add more serving? That's to give the people that you come in contact with. Would they want to stay connected to you? Would they want to be in business with you? Would they see incentive of working with you? You create that compelling atmosphere where their dreams, their life, their things can grow. Or when they think about your business, do they think about, oh yeah, that's one of them. Or is it such a way that when you choose that you bring so much wealth to the table, it changes things? I remember I was at this religious function many, many years ago, and all these famous minister people, apparently they're famous, I don't know how a minister person can be famous, but they were walking by, and there was a woman sitting off to the side, and she didn't look like she was anybody well-known or anything of that nature. And so I watched but she looked like she was really beat up, like life was doing something, kicking her butt. She just looked like heavy, depressed. And I watched all these famous apparent ministers walk by like they're all proud and they're all speaking their little, religious language. And I'm watching it, and they left this woman alone. And I thought, man, how could I acting like, oh, God or whatever, leave that woman and they're just not even going to ask her how she's doing. But I'm seeing some personal. So I go doing. I said, he said, hey, life is supposed to be. I wouldn't say hi. So 2 weeks later, I went to my wedding cigar. Inside was a sister taking day. I want to say to me after the apocalypse, looking at doing for give you just value to the world that you're in right now. Because in any type of business, if I'm looking to multiply and take actions in my business, I want to ask myself just a couple questions. You might want to write them down. Then we're going to get into the relationship side and you're going to do stuff. Here it is. Number one, what business am I in? I'm on me. Sometimes it's good to ask yourself, what business do I really need to be in? Start home. I was to hold up a Starbucks cup up here and say, what business are they in? Most people in this room would say coffee. They asked themselves a deeper question. As a result, they built a deeper brand that kept consistent, loyal customers. And while Coffee Bean, Seattle's best, other coffee shops have sprung up and sprung out, they've maintained consistently since they asked themselves a better question, and that is this: what business are we really in? And they said, we serve specialty drinks, but we are in a people business that create a third home. So between work, where people know their name, and home, where people know their name, we want to bring them to an environment where we give them an experience that adds value to whether they want to do business, dream, read the newspaper, play on their computer. We serve them drinks, we know their name, and we bring them an experience they always want to have again. The people in your life, when they say, are they getting an experience from you they can't get anywhere else? I believe Montague has the power to give people an experience that we don't give anywhere else. Because I think that's what can differentiate, because everyone's got great products, huh? Yeah. But I believe our business plan and the opportunity to create community and to build an experience for people to come to, that makes us a different place, because people can come for a variety of reasons to get a lot of opportunity to grow their business, grow their relationships,